on set, getting it together. You know the vibes already. Per.
1 week later.
Hello. Buenos dias.
Hey girlies. Hey. Oh, guys. It's been a long time. We're back, but guys.
We're not gonna do the next.
Wait, let's do the clap first.
Okay. Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Boom. We back.
The biggest and the baddest.
What up?
What up?
That's on Pella.
You in the hood now, baby.
I know that's motherfucking right.
Real hot wave. That's funny. What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's good?
So we're back, but we came back earlier, but the footage and the audio, yeah, it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give in.
Yes.
It was a bit fucked up.
You had to dial it back.
Yeah, but we love you guys, so we came back a week later. So this is a week after the session you just saw, but I feel like we got a lot more to talk about now. Mm-hmm. So welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. How are you? How's your week been? Start there.
It's been a quiet week. Mm-hmm. It's been a relaxed week. Mm-hmm. But the week is still in January, unfortunately. Yeah. Because, girl, this year has been... I wouldn't even say this year. I'm not even going to count this month as this year. But this month, long. We need to end it right now.
2023 extension, cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Cut it.
Yeah, because this is, like you said, this is literally leftover bullshit from the last year. Yeah. Like, let's be real. Everyone's tired. Everyone's broke. And do you know what? Yeah, I haven't even seen that many people in the gym. You know how every year at the start of the month, everyone's like, oh my God, like, I'm that girl. I'm gonna get my body together. I'm gonna have this new, no one's been in the gym.
I mean, I have.
Oh yeah, you have.
I have.
You've been staying snatched.
Yeah, trying to look cute. Started the second week because, I mean, maybe we haven't seen them because, that first week, I gave y'all the first week.
No, I haven't seen anyone.
I gave y'all the first week to really see if y'all stick to it. Y'all didn't. So I came back the second week, came to run business.
Mm-hmm. You showing the girls. Yeah, I love it. You showing the girls.
Small.
You showing them how to do this shit.
Yeah, insert however many days till Malta here. So,
Guys, I need to catch up, but girl,
it's been yeah. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, like,
let us know down below. Like, how are you?
This has been our first episode back of the year. Yeah. This is when we really back. Last year, or last episode,
it was like
it was like us settling in.
feeling the like...
Guys, if you can't see, but the way we just pointed our toe, no.
Just a little bit,
No, I feel like this has literally been, just us settling. Last episode was, 2023 roundup. But this is where... This is what I've been waiting for.
This is where we really get going.
Mm-hmm. Like, I hate talking about ourselves on here.
So gross.
Yeah, because when I listen to it back, I'm like, I don't want to hear this. Like, it's just so cringe to me. But when we get into the tea, because obviously this is why we made this podcast, but when we get into the tea, this is when I really feel like
we get into some vibes.
This is when I love it, girl. Wait, one thing I want to ask you. I feel like we need to do like a little segment every start of the episode for this. What's your top 5 on PF2 today?
Just really trying to think. Okay, let me calm down. Cowgirls.
Okay.
Press play.
Okay.
Beat.
Okay.
Even the 50 Cent remix for Beat Beat. Well, I'll say the 50 Cent remix.
Yeah.
Love Me Enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm still bumping to like FTC.
The whole
like,
album.
But like.
Those are today's top picks.
Top of every list, including your man bucket. Like, top of every
mine would be Let Me Calm Down as well.
Yeah.
Everybody Falling For You, because that last verse always get me together. What did I say before? Do you know what? I'ma say Pink Friday Girls again. That's 4.
Yeah.
Last one. Oh, this is hard. Oh, shit, I don't think about this. Do you know what? Last one, I'm gonna say Just the Memories.
Okay.
Just the Memories. That's been getting me together recently. That's been hitting a bit too much, but
yeah, I insulted with the deadly version.
It's probably gonna change next time y'all see us. It's
always something new, chair.
But press play, like that's a new addition. I
just really like her verse.
Yeah, her verse is good.
Yeah, like that's literally all. Like after that, it's like okay.
Yeah, I haven't really listened to the song in general, but
and then when she's top of every list, including your man bucket. Like, do you understand? Yeah.
Been on the chart so long, so Billboard to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that for her.
Yeah.
But girl, we need the videos. We need the videos. But okay, we're talking about music and the videos. Guys, so as we know, the Queen of Pop has come back.
Oh, before we have to introduce the segment.
Oh yeah, true. Okay.
So guys, okay, before we get into the tea, before we get into all of that, we have officially dubbed our pop culture segment part of the show.
I love this. I love the name as well.
It is called Splash Page! Yeah, so we're about to get into some things. So yeah, let's make that tier. Who we got first?
So on the Splash Page, we have Ariana Grande with Yes and I have a lot of thoughts about this. So obviously we listened to the song. The song's been out for like a week now.
Yeah.
Watched the video. I would say the song's definitely a grower. It's not her strongest song. It's not her strongest comeback. And I feel like because of what I know she can do, from a 3-year wait, this has been her longest like break in between music. I expected more, not gonna lie, especially the things that happened with her last year in terms of her man and stuff, and her being labelled as a homewrecker and everything. I would have expected a stronger comeback. But it's not a bad song.
Not at all, yeah.
Not at all. I just feel like it's a bit underwhelming for what I expect from her.
No, I agree. I think the song is gonna do well. I have no doubt with that, and it's a good formula. Like it's got all the right keys.
Great pop song.
Like it's a great pop song. But I think, like you said, because obviously she released Positions 2020. Yeah, 2020. Great album. Top.
That's your album, girl.
Yeah, top 15. I'll say top 15 because I don't know the exact order, but top 15 for me. Yeah, beautiful album, but you weren't exactly present because it was the pandemic, whatever was happening in your life, so you weren't exactly present to make that a moment or an era. So when I saw you were coming back, I was expecting a lot more, and I was expecting a gaggery. It wasn't a gag.
It wasn't a gag, yeah.
But I will say, like, it's a good song. Like, I could, yes.
And say that shit with your chest.
Come on, what? And yeah, like, good song, great. But it's like, okay, like it's okay. But like, we wanted great, and I think
it's
also,
very safe.
Yeah, very safe, and I think also because it's kind of. It is this dance beat. I don't know. I don't want to say the exact genre because I don't know what bracket it would fit. But like dance genre-esque, and it's kind of come up after like
Renaissance.
What's the one that Drake did?
Honestly, never mind.
Yeah, honestly, never mind. So it kind of feels even sort of after All Right by Victoria Monet. It kind of feels like
late.
Yeah, late. Like it's a trend song. But like. I feel like, not that we're over it, because I think people are very much still listening to that genre right now, but it does feel late. Like,
you're late to the party, girl.
You joined the party late. Like
it's 2024. Yeah, we're ready for something different.
Yeah, but
do you know what it is? I feel like she has enough power to start something different, but she didn't. Like she's Ariana Grande. She can do whatever she wants, but I feel like you played into what was happening in this current moment, but it's a bit late for you, and it's also a bit late because you are, as I said, a pioneer. You have the ability to switch the trend, but you didn't.
You were one of the last new girls to come in and become a household name, an icon. Like you really,
she was.
Ariana's the last sort of
early 2010s.
Yeah, and even because I feel like we kind of wrapped up on that era around like 2015, 16. That's when that sort of era of the new girls.
But she was the last big girl.
Yeah, she was the last big girl that really is still sort of relevant now. So yeah, I had higher expectation, girl, but. You know, I'll listen to. We'll keep our ear to the streaming services and hear what you got to say.
We'll keep an eye on the new album. What is it called?
Eternal Sunshine.
Eternal Sunshine.
I want to say Eternal. If it's not, we'll correct it here. But Eternal Sunshine for now. So it's something.
13 tracks.
Yeah, giving Ariana Grande Badu. You know.
Okay, but the music video, quick.
I got it, and I got what you were. I got the statement it was saying, and I understood it was. I understood the audience that really would resonate and be like, "Oh, this is a gag."
But it's not for us.
I don't think it's for me. I think it's very much a gag for someone who has an appreciation for sort of the work of a theatre sort of musical background student does, where it's kind of obviously it's almost framed as if it's an audition.
But that's her. That's her to her core.
It's her essence. So I think it was a great representation
of
for her. But I don't know if it translated greatly. Amazing dancing. You know, you did your 1-2 steps.
But in her discography or in her videography of music videos,
it's not the best.
It's not up there.
Yeah,
it's definitely not there. But congrats to her. Hope she goes number 1. Especially with all them versions, child. You better go number 1 because, girl, 12 versions of one song.
Yeah, I can also disclaimer a message to PSA to all artists. Can we stop doing this multiple EP just to get streams? If your song does well, it does well. If it doesn't, it does not.
Well, that's not the era we're in. But we'll save that for another time. We'll save that for another time. But speaking of music videos, Lil Nas, he came back.
Yeah.
Came back, as he says, like J Christ. Not really. But
The truth.
okay, so let's talk about how we got here. He's been previewing this song for a couple of weeks now before he actually dropped it last week. But I didn't know this was the song he was going to come back with, because he made it seem like this was a whole, well, as he spoke about it as a Christian song. I don't know about that. But I was expecting, because he previewed another song, which was very much slower. It was more like singing. That's what I thought he was going to come back with, which it would have made sense, because I'm sure you guys seen the cover art and everything to do with the song by now. I thought that's what he was going to lead with, but it wasn't that. It was the same kind of sound he'd been doing. A lot of people say it sound like Humble by Kendrick, which I definitely hear.
I thought it was a Humble sample, to be fair.
It honestly could have been.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised in a couple years later when Kendrick's tune be like, run me my check. But, you know, I just feel like, okay, the song, underwhelming, because I feel like you've done this sound many times. The video, again, for such a short song, I feel like there was a lot going on in the video. Like, there was too much going. Like, there's all these fake celebrities going to heaven. Is you doing basketball with the devil. There's you at the Met Gala. There's you doing the whole Noah's Ark thing.
Yeah, like it's a lot.
It's too much for a 2-minute song. And the song is not a bad song. I'm gonna be honest, it's not a bad song, but the way you went about it is not a groundbreaking song. It's not a song that you come back to the scene with. And I feel like he didn't need to include the whole Jesus theme at all.
I think I'm really, and this is one of the tiring things where, like, your career is now motivated on sensationalization. So you're doing it to start controversy, and it's like, it's not even. And I think this is what I find very difficult about Lil Nas, because obviously there's the whole thing about, he started out as a barb, but it's then a question of, do you really enjoy music? Because nothing about it is about the music. Everything is sort of like, what will make the best clickbait? What will, like, and it's kind of like, okay, cool. Earlier you started out with the whole what was the devil song?
Not devil song. Montero. Call Me By Your Name.
You did the fucking shoe with your blood and the 666, and now it's like, okay, you're doing another thing, and you then release a video about, I've had an epiphany, and it's like, no.
He included the devil shoes. Well, devil shoes in the video.
And it's like, you can't have this isn't your first time going down this rodeo.
This is not your first rodeo.
This isn't your first time. Like, act like you've been here before. You know, people reacted badly to you before, and now you want to come forth with a statement about, oh guys, I've had an epiphany. I don't want to apologize, but this was where my
okay. Wait, before we get into that, or let's get into that. Lil Nas, he basically did an apology video for saying that he didn't mean to disrespect, anyone, which, I generally do believe he did not mean to disrespect anyone. That's not his intention at all. But his intention was to have clickbait.
No, but I don't disagree. I disagree with that, because, okay, if it was the first time, I can understand that you didn't have the intention to. But this isn't. That's why I'm saying, like, act like you've been here before. When you first did the devil thing, it incited a bad reaction. And then if it was a case where you wanted to come against that, you then proceeded to do the same thing by pursuing the same sort of imagery, and now you're trying to act sincere. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
My thing is, you only made that video because the song's flopping. The song is flopping. The song's not going top 10. It's not even going top 50. It's not doing.
No one cares.
It's not.
Everyone's tired.
Everyone's tired.
Even people that like, and okay, maybe this is my TL, but people who I formerly knew as people that were championing Lil Nas or wanted the best for him. It seemed like when he released it, it was a complete, like, you've done, like, it's tired. It really is tired. And I think sometimes you need to understand, and I think it's also harmful from a perspective of, like, for people who are within the queer community, because whether you like it or not, you are now in a position of responsibility. You didn't ask to be in that position, but you have to acknowledge that you have that responsibility. So when you are out here doing tomfoolery and almost fueling people's already misconceived assumptions and perhaps convoluted notions, you're fueling that, and then you're trying to act like you're a victim. No, it's damaging to the community. And granted, to say it's not damaging to everyone, but there's people that it's going to affect. And as a result, because you, rather than, trying to perpetuate a more accurate representation, or maybe even just be like, okay, no, this is a representation of me, you're making it a queer thing, because you're kind of saying, I don't know, it's weird to... I think it's just an association. Like, just be responsible for your association, because the song wasn't good enough for you to be.
That's my whole point. Really I was literally about to say that the song's not good enough for what you're doing.
It's not.
It's not strong enough for what you're trying to do. It's not, outside of the whole religious thing. It's not even a strong comeback.
No,
it's not, girl. Like, no, this could have been on your last album. And for me, what I think a strong comeback is something that is some growth. Growth from your last project to now. This could have easily been on your last album. This could have even been the first song on the last album. So you need to rethink. I hope this is not the lead single to whatever you're trying to do next, because, girl, let's just put this to rest. Let's act like it didn't happen. Come girl. Please. Don't let this be the opening to your new era. Well, it kind of already is, because
But hang up flat screen. Go back to the drawing board.
Don't even promote it anymore. Don't even try.
Move on.
Sweep it under the rug. Like, we don't need to see this. It's fine.
Because this is my thing. I want you to just really go out there and just prove that your success isn't a merit of controversy. And this isn't,
because he's actually quite talented.
No, he is quite talented. But if you think about it, even outside this whole devil thing, his career has actually just been fueled on fantasy, on controversy. Old Town Road came out. The country people were going up against him. I don't know.
Then he came out as gay.
That was a whole issue.
And then the whole issue.
It's like, okay, can you just let your music speak for yourself and let you be just successful? Because he made a banging song. Like, he made a sick video, a banging song. There was nothing that was insulting to anyone. Nothing, because it's possible. Because artists do it. Obviously,
you talk about Industry Baby.
Yeah, like Industry Baby is a great example. That was him just releasing a good song that was just bumping.
And you know what it is? Is like, you have so much on the last album. You have such songs with deep meaning. So I know what you're capable of, because I actually listened to the album and I bumped it for a little while. So I know, outside of all that rah shit, I know what you can do. That's why I expect better from you, because it's not like you can't do it. You can. You're choosing not to. But, I can't tell people what to do with the art. It's them. It's whatever, child.
Anyway, next.
Next. Guys, do you know what I love about what we're about to talk about next? I love the fact that people try to act like they're not into it. They don't want any part of it. But when it comes, all I see is them talk about it. Love Island.
Like, oh,
guys,
Maya Jama's back on our screens looking sultrous and sexy in her outfit. I saw a tweet, it was like Maya Jama walking in with her designer outfits whilst everyone else is eating
eBay. but you know what it is? Do you know what it is, yeah? This season, well, if you guys didn't know, Love Island's back, but it's not typical Love Island. It's their first ever All-Stars where all cast members come back from previous seasons. And in my head, I'm just like, how is this gonna go? Like, obviously we saw who's gonna go on before, like, it actually aired. But the first thing we obviously saw was Liberty and Jake. Obviously we know what happened with them. And the fact that they were both coming back, well, the first people to come back on the original cast, I'm like, let's see how this goes. Well, Jake has now left.
Yeah.
He says it's not about Liberty, but I definitely don't believe that.
To be fair, I think the whole show in its entirety. Yeah, entirety.
I got you.
Jesus Christ. It's very much. I say this as like, what's enjoyable about it is more so the dynamics rather than the people that are on the show. And I don't think if I was a contestant, the dynamics would be anything that I want to be in, because it's like my ex is over there. Now I have to try and chat to a new man or new girl whilst my ex is there. Then I have to watch them chat to my like. My
thing is, I can't do that.
Blood pressure.
I'm gonna be real.
Blood pressure.
If I was on guys, and if you know Callum, the whole Callum and Molly situation, because they came
in Georgia.
Yeah, but they weren't even like that. Callum and Molly were actually together for 3 years. They both came in as bombshells at the same time at the end of the first episode, and it was just too much. Like, they broke up 6 months before coming on the show. That's, to me, for 3 years, that's still very fresh. That was very fresh.
Girl. And if anyone has any Chris, I commend you, because you've got big cojones, big bollocks.
Chris is lame. I'm sorry. Wait.
Big cojones, big bollocks.
Let me cross my legs. Let me be a lady.
For you to go after Molly,
I would never. Okay, first of all, I'm going to get into this. Guys, if someone's been in a long relationship and you try to get with, just don't, they're still on that person. They're going to be on that person. But no, like Chris, I get it because he's definitely one of the most forward. But I wouldn't do it.
It's too much. And I think,
especially while Callum's still in that house.
The girls are all smart from staying away from Callum, because when he got there, he definitely chose to recouple with his ex.
Callum's so langer as well. But I know they want to try something, but they know. Girls know. Girls are smart. They know.
Callum's not even trying it with any other girls. He himself.
Exactly.
He's not trying to. So it's Molly.
Exactly.
Oh, Molly. Okay, yeah. But Molly herself.
Clap that tea.
She's playing you, Chris, because she's doing it because she knows it's driving him insane. Because when she had to, and she's even more malicious. When after Chris had kissed her, she loved it. She fucking loved it.
No, she fucking loved it. She loved it.
When she went to tell the girls, oh, he kissed me. Babe.
Girl.
BFFFFR. Just rocking it. Just R.
Yeah, I just don't agree. I just don't like the idea of not knowing. I don't like the idea of confusion, gray area. I hate that shit. And when it comes to two people being exes and their whole just stay away from it. Just stay away from it. I feel like they probably would have had a better chance if they both wasn't in.
If they both wasn't in at the same time,
then
100%.
they definitely, because you also have that thing of guilt. Like it shouldn't happen, and you shouldn't feel that way, but you do.
But I think they were all aware. They were all aware that they're significant. You can't be like, because I think we were talking about this where we were like, it's hard because this isn't the first time any of them are meeting each other. So there's not really a need to get to know because all the Love Island goes to the same events. Chris done did the is it the iHeart radio show?
He was on Barbie
or whatever, where he interviews Love Islanders during Love Island season. So Chris has probably met most of them. They go to the same brand deals, but
also
vacations.
It's All Stars, so a lot of them are paid to be there. A lot of them don't really care. Well, they obviously want to find someone, but they know the game already. They know they've already been there. They know in very recent years, it's not really about finding love. It's just about getting them deals. It's about getting that bag. And Love Island, ITV has paid them to be on here.
It's about that money bag, girl. Like they about that money bag. Like,
and do you know what? That's fine, and that's fine and dandy. But there's definitely some people that is definitely on there for love, and for love, Liberty.
100%. But Liberty also needs to act like she's been here before.
Yeah, she's so down bad. I really hate that for her. I really hate
over Mitchell. Mitchell, and mind you, she was on After Sun talking about Mitchell's behavior last season.
And do you know what it is? Mitch was the latest one that was on in the summer. So he's fresh. You know what he's about.
This isn't All Star. This is part 2.
This is literally second coming for him.
This is part 2. It's not All Stars. It's not the same. You're not playing on the same.
But this is part 2 for her because she's doing the same thing again. But I'm also glad that Kaz is there.
No, Kaz is only there to babysit Liberty. I promise you. Kaz is not there. She's not there to find love. She's there because she's gonna get paid. And she's there to look after Liberty because they definitely press submit on that application.
But do you know what it is? I feel like Kaz is also the type. Kaz and Liberty are quite similar, but in different ways. Kaz does want to find love, but she keeps setting herself up because she's going for Louis, which, let's be real, he likes them white girls. He does.
Okay, I really would love to sit down and talk to Kaz about this because obviously, like, we know how we've talked about it in like previous episode about the way Black women are treated on TV and reality. But I really want to go, and even when I've seen some of like the Black women come out after the show or even talk about the show or in any way, they've kind of talked about how they prepare themselves in terms of how they'll be perceived and how they know how Black women are treated. But Kaz to me is so free spirited. Like she goes on there like she like racism or like colorism or any of that doesn't exist. So I really want to know like what is her perspective on,
because she has to. I feel like that's the only way you will survive in the show as a Black woman, especially as a dark-skinned Black woman. And once she's from Essex, she's not new to being the odd one out. But I do feel like she's aware, but she also is the reason why she went for Louis, because he is the closest thing to. But the thing with people like Louis, he don't like people like her. He doesn't. He will entertain it, but we see how on the episode he went straight for Demi. And Demi's his type.
He's also
a deadbeat dad, allegedly.
Yeah, dead. Okay. But yeah, I just feel like, and Demi's weird. Demi's weird. I saw a little clip of after she went to kiss
Louis.
She went to Kaz and Liberty to talk to. I'm like, Demi girl.
No, first she ran into the room. Kaz was in.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm looking for my phone."
While she had her phone in her hand.
Then afterwards, she's like, she goes up to Kaz and Liberty. And she's like, "Oh, this is after Kaz found out she's lips Louis in it."
And they're not feeling her.
They're not feeling her, and she goes up to them. "Oh, you guys, girls having a deep chat." They're like, "Oh no." She's like, "Do you mind if I join you?" And she
didn't say nothing.
She just sits there.
Do you know what, guys? Before we wrap this conversation up, I love this conversation about Love Island because you guys always pretend like you're not going to tune in. But why do I go on the TL and see everyone hashtag Love Island, hashtag All Stars? I love it. I'm real. I always know every time it comes on, I'm a tune in no matter what it is. I'm real. But you guys, please, it's okay. We all enjoy mess. We knew this was going to be messy. Come on. Everyone, I feel like this is literally spin the block season.
Oh.
Spin the block. And who best to host it other than Maya Jama? No shade. No shade. Love you, Maya. No shade, love you, but come on. I love me some mess.
The true
What's up, Hot Wave Gang? I know you're busy enjoying this episode or whatever, but please make sure you follow us on the streaming platform you're listening to us on right now.
So that means whether you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify, make sure you hit that follow button. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
I know that's right, because I know you want to be a part of the exclusive Hot Wave Gang. So, if you want to join the gang, be sure to follow us on our socials on Twitter or X, TikTok or Instagram. Hit us up.
And if you want to, become a part of the conversation, hit us up in the DMs to give us stories, dilemmas, or, topics that you want us to talk about. Alternatively, email us at hotwavepodcast@gmail.com. You know what to do.
To the mob. Welcome back, y'all. So, just like we had the official name of the pop culture section, we have the official name of the next section, which is Key Issues. So this section, we are going to be talking about the things that you have sent in for us to talk about and some of the more serious topics that we have on the roster. So, to be fair, there's quite a lot of serious stuff.
Yeah,
cover.
Quite a few suggestions were set in.
Okay, first, since we were talking about Love Island, especially All Stars, we're going to get into the whole topic of spinning the block. And that's been happening quite a lot recently because, it's winter, we're a bit cold, we want someone to, lay up with. Mm-hmm. And I think the part which links to this is that we don't really, I'm not going to say we, but a lot of y'all don't really care who y'all cuddling up with. It don't matter if you're an old nigga. Ciao. Yeah, that's clearly what's happening in Love Island, but I feel like it's been happening.
I mean, we've had a few celebrities that have gone back to their exes. Damson and Laurie Harvey, obviously Maya Jama and Stormzy.
Even Sweetie and YG. He's
YG.
Begging for her back.
Stefan
Burna Boy
for like 2 seconds. Like it's been a common thread, but I think my thing is, spinning the block isn't a terrible thing. as long as you are over the issues or over the thing that like broke you up the first place, like that's not necessarily either being over it in terms of forgiving, actually in terms of both ways, being over it in terms of forgiving and over it in terms of either one, it's not present, or you've learned to tolerate it. If you don't fit one of those prerequisites, you should not be doing it whatsoever. Because why?
If you're doing it because you're comfortable,
Yeah, like
that's the worst thing.
yeah, that's the worst thing. Like you know, as humans, we're always like constantly growing and stuff. So my thing is spinning the block a lot of the time takes us back. Like it takes us back. And personally, I don't know about y'all, I don't believe in remixes unless it's a hot record. Like
word.
Like I don't believe like and granted, obviously, I think there are some situations in my own personal experience that I would revisit if I had the opportunity. But I think that's more so because I have reflected and have thought, oh, this could have been done differently, or maybe I could have had more patience here, or you know, maybe I was a bit too quick to react there. So it's more of a case of if I was to try again, yeah, but it's not like I'm actively.
Do you know what I think? I feel like there's no point in spinning the block unless you guys have lived a completely new life without each other. Because if not, you're just gonna go back to the same thing realistically, because there's not enough space for growth.
Yeah.
And also there's not a lot of space for you realizing what was and what wasn't. Like, I feel like those that do work out when spinning the block, quote unquote, is usually like, let's use the example of Ashanti and Ellie. They've been broken up for how long, how many years? Well over a decade. And I don't know the in and out of their relationship now, but they seem to work well.
Quite well, yeah.
One, you know that person, but again, you don't know that person. You're rediscovering them, and you're more likely to not tolerate whatever was before because
you've grown. There's been an real opportunity for you to grow as a person. Like that time apart, it wasn't 6 months, and then you got back together. Where in 6 months, yeah, a lot of things can happen in 6 months, but realistically, as individuals, do we necessarily grow or build that much sort of maturity, I guess, within a 6 month period compared to, like you said, a decade, where it's kind of like all these life, like you can have a child in a decade. You can lose a parent in a decade. You can change careers in a decade. You
can move countries in a decade.
You can do such
life change.
So
many
big life changes can happen in a time frame that you are not the same person that you were at the beginning. So in that situation, I'm like, okay, cool. I can understand it, because obviously you are essentially a new person. You've grown. You've lived. But sometimes y'all be going back to people after 2 weeks, and it's like,
girl, just stay with them.
Yeah.
Just stay with them. Don't even break up. Just keep them.
Just keep them.
Because at the end of the day, with me anyway, what I realize is just look forward, don't look back.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, we know what it is. We know where it was. And again, I just feel like being comfortable restricts growth. It restricts your what's that word?
Potential.
Yeah, and also your standards. Like there's certain things that you would want, but going back, it just kind of puts you back in that place. And obviously we've all had, a lot of us, we have, gone back. It's normal, is a common thing, but I just feel like even seeing it on Love Island, like you said, 6 months is a short amount of time. Like you can clearly see there's a lot with, for example, Callum and Molly. Like be open to just moving forward.
Yeah.
I would say. But queen of spinning the block, no shade, Jayda Wayda. This started a whole thing in the UK because she came to do a club appearance in Mayfair. Influence doing club appearances, I'm not sure, but I don't think he's very familiar in the UK. I know it happens a lot in the US, but in the UK...
Yeah, I think here it's more so you'll happen to see an influencer out.
Then
you're going to... Obviously, the influencers here will have events and stuff, but they tend to be sort of industry exclusive. It's not, oh, I'm going to go
and
to
see
a club like...
And see Molly May.
Yeah. It's not that. And I think people weren't kind of used to that. But my thing is, just because...
A lot of black people...
Yeah, because my thing is, it's like I don't know why it was such a big deal that people were excited to go.
I get why people are excited to go, because let's be real, everyone has people they look up to. Like for Jayda, she obviously an influencer, but a lot of people, especially in the UK, know her as Lil Baby's baby mom. But she was Jayda Wayda before that. Like she has her own business. I know that is a big business. Like she's not a small girl, but the whole thing is a lot of people see her as that, and a lot of people see her as untalented. But
my thing is, okay, cool. Would you then question people for getting gagged over Kim Kardashian? And that's not obviously Kim has reached an astronomical level of celebrity,
but they're still one in the same.
But at some point she was at Jada's level. That's how she got to where she is, right? So it's a case of, I think we need to realize just
people.
Yeah, I think club hosting and stuff like that is obviously very limited to musicians in the UK. But you have to realize, influence is influence. Followers are followers. Social media is social media. If you are someone that has a high following, odds are in some room that you step in, you will cause some sort of buzz, and people will be there for that buzz. People are invested in this woman's life. She's not just known in America, she's known international. That's why she was able to get the interview with in Kiss FM with Henry. She had an interview with BBC that I don't think she ended up doing.
Another story.
Yeah, but it's like, this person it's not some little girl. It's not your little sister from Brixton.
But a lot of, especially just black people in general, we don't like seeing black women win, but black women enjoying things. We don't like seeing that because it's like, why do you look up to this girl? Da, da, da. You men look up to the most ridiculous people ever, so I don't even want to. But Jayda Wayda, from what I know, she's not controversial. Like, she doesn't do too much. The only thing I know that is quote unquote controversial is that she goes back to Lil Baby after he cheats on her. But at the end of the day, that's her business. Like, you guys do that anyway. Let's be real. Spinning the block is not a thing where I think you guys just, in general, people in the UK just like to hate on things. I think that's how people cope over here.
Yeah.
And I get it. We all do it, but let people enjoy things. Yeah. Like, if the girls want to shake their nyash in the club with Jayda Wayda, what's that got to do with you? As a grown man, what's that got to do with you? Please.
The UK bad vibes thing, it just becomes more impact. I don't know what it is. It's almost as if we're allergic to people having fun and enjoying themselves. If you're at the club and you're dancing, oh, he's doing too much. Oh, if you're,
I mean, they can do too much.
You can, if you like, it's almost like, just let people be themselves. I don't know why we are so invested in
having shame
and almost forcing people to feel shameful for being themselves. Like, just, okay, like, you don't like it, okay, that's not your ministry, that's not your people, so stay away. Like, just don't comment.
Every Sunday you must go and make things a TL topic.
Something, some sort of noise.
It's not every day, and this is why in 2024 just do what makes you happy. Fuck these people on the internet, because realistically, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? A lot of these people just are afraid to be themselves, live for themselves, because they're scared of the stuff that they do to people being done to them.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Because in a couple of years' time, people will move on, people will forget. Well, realistically, people in this UK don't forget. Yeah. But at the end of who gives a fuck?
People will actually have to buck up.
And we need people to push the boundary for us to move forward. Because we can't keep doing this. We can't.
Like, you wear the same Nike Tech tracksuit like you've worn since 2018.
It smells.
You need to try something new. Have fun. Try that. How about that?
Put on a jean. Put
on jean vest even.
No.
No.
No. We're not doing that. But guys, that's
it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure, you leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think about, every topic. How are you feeling about Ariana and Lil Nas?
How you feeling about Love Island? Are you watching?
Because
we're going to come back in an episode and have an update.
Tell us about it.
And did you see Jayda Wayda? Do you want to be Jayda Wayda? I want to be like Jayda Wayda.
If you don't, shout out to that video of her and Henry. They ate that. But yeah, so guys, make sure you leave comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube or if you're on,
Spotify,
Apple Podcasts, anything. Just make sure you favorite and make sure
do
you
all that
us.
good stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Because it helps us.
You can also follow us on social media at Hot Wave Podcast on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of that. We are right there. You can follow my lovely co-host at
Mali Mio on all of the above: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it.
And yeah, you can follow me at Wavy Taz, also known as WXVY_TAZ_TAZ. Yeah, so thanks for tuning. Wow,
you ate that.
I need to do, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, every time. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, guys.
Remember to stay hot
and always wavy.
I don't know why he did that, guys. Oh.
Deuces.